Hey guys, Scripter here, back with another scripting tutorial. This will be episode 1 of how to make a horror game, and it will be largely based on how to make a game like this. It follows from a game that I made a while back. I'd also like to mention before we start this video that I set up a new game called the Donation Place, and if you click on this game and you head to the store section right here, you can click on any one of these game passes and buy the item. If it's already purchased, or you want to donate again, you can just click these 3 dots, delete from inventory, yes, and then you can reload and buy it again. Really appreciate any amount of donations, so I can do a bunch of stuff, like pay for advertisements for my games, pay for video thumbnails, you know, other advertisements, all these little things that will make my channel grow, and my Roblox games. So I really appreciate that. Again, any amount donation is accepted. Anyway, now let's get into the video. So you're going to want to open up a blank base plate, and inside of it you're going to start building a scene. What I mean by a scene is like, it's going to be something that your camera views, which I'm just going to show you a quick example of this in my game, It Follows, which we're largely basing this video around. So I'm just going to go into it really quickly and show you what I mean. We're going to be building a lobby scene. Like something like this, just let it load. Hold on. Something like this. Do you see, like, in the background, all this? Like, there's this room back here. You're gonna want to build something like this that the camera faces inside of the lobby. Kind of like a piggy start tunnel, except it doesn't actually have to be a start tunnel. It can really be anything. For me, I'm just gonna do this. Just like some walls. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because this is a tutorial and I want to give you guys, you know, the best, fastest experience to do this. So I'm just gonna stick with brick walls and diamond plate floor. And I'm gonna anchor all of this. Make sure you anchor everything. And the next thing you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want to insert a spawn point, because after this we're gonna delete the base plate. And you want your player to spawn onto the spawn point, not an empty space. We don't need the base plate, so we can just delete it. You don't have to, but I think you should. And after you've done that in this spawn point, one big problem is, what if someone hits the W key or starts spamming, and then they fall off into, you know, space right here, and that could potentially break the game in some cases. If you forget to do some stuff, or, you know, don't uncheck reset on spawn for your load screen, just stuff like that. But we just want to avoid that. So what we're going to do, we're going to publish the game, which I already did. This is like my 4th take on this YouTube video, that's why it's already published. But once you've published it, we're just going to go to home section and game settings, world, and I already did this because obviously this is like my 4th take on this video. But we're going to set walk speed to 0, and max jump distance is already 0, but we're going to set jump power also to 0, and then save. But again, I already did this, so I can't save things that I didn't make changes to. And what this will do, when the player spawns, you'll be unable to move or jump, and this will, you know, make our lobby safe. Now I'm just gonna group together my start scene, and I'm gonna call it start scene because that's what it's gonna be called. You can call anything you want. We're not gonna be referencing this in scripts or anything, so it doesn't really matter what you call this. Now the next thing we're gonna do is very important. We're gonna insert a part. This will be our camera part. The front face of this brick is where the camera will be facing. And right now we're just going to name this main camera. It matters what you name this, and I'll show you this in a minute. We're going to insert a screen GUI into starter GUI and a local script inside of screen GUI, and we're going to call the screen GUI cam GUI. You don't have to call it that, because again, I don't think we're going to be referencing cam GUI in many scripts, so it really doesn't matter. And now inside of the local script inside of cam GUI, you're going to write this right here, and whatever your camera name is, make sure that it matches up with this right here. This right here. So as you can see, main cam right here is the same. Oh wait, it's not the same. This is named main camera and this is named main cam, so that would not work. So I'm just going to change this to main cam so it matches up as the same name as this. Make sure that your camera part is inside of workspace, not inside any models. It has to be inside of workspace, and it has to be named the same thing as is said in the script. Now, if we join this, also make sure it's anchored. Again, make sure everything's anchored really quickly. if we join this, which we are right now, or test it, the camera is fixed and it's fixed onto this little, start scene. Now the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to make a start button, controls button, all these other frames. So we're going to insert a new screen GUI into starter GUI, and inside of that we're going to insert a frame. And we're going to go into properties and we're going to set the background transparency to 1. And we're going to call this main menu frame. And we're going to call the screen GUI main menu. And inside of this, I'm going to add things like the game title, stuff like that. I'm just going to call this YouTube video. You can really customize the start menu however you want. And I'm gonna, however you really want to do it is fine with me. It doesn't really matter. But what you're gonna want to do inside of this, inside of the main menu frame, you're gonna want to insert a text button, and you're gonna want to name this play. It's important that you name it play, or it will not work because you're gonna be referencing a lot of scripts, and unless you, inside of those scripts you name it something else, just stick with play. And I'm just going to duplicate this button, and I'm going to name the one on the bottom controls. And I'm going to change the text to controls. And now if we play this, the GUIs should appear on the screen, and it should look fairly good. Now, another thing that you should probably do inside of main menu frame, just uncheck visibility. And you might be worried, well, if that's unchecked and if I go in here, then you won't be able to see the, text labels and stuff like that. That's fine. Just inside of main menu frame, insert a script, and just do script.parent.visible equals true. This will make sure that the frame is is visible, all the while the frame and everything else is not visible on your screen while you're building inside Roblox Studio, if you don't want it to be visible, so that you don't have GUIs blocking your view while you're building stuff. If you want it to be visible, again, to make changes to the menu, just click the frame, and in properties recheck visible, and that's fine. And our start menu is good for now. Now we're going to insert a new screen GUI into starter GUI, and we're going to rename it to controls GUI. And we're going to insert a frame, and we're going to name it main frame. And you can customize it however you want. I'm just going to add a plain old text label and change the background color to blue, and change the text, to move use WASD, and I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'm just gonna call this text. And now inside of this main frame, we're gonna insert a text button, and this will be our back button, so that if the player clicks on the controls button, they will be able to get back to the start menu. And now we're going to script the back button, and first of all we're also going to name it back button, and we're going to do a script into it, and we're going to do script.parent.mousebutton one click connect function, and we're going to enter down, and we're going to do script.parent.parent.visible equals false, and then we're going to do script.parent.parent.parent parent.main menu, and then main menu frame visible equals true. What this will do, the main menu frame will become visible once you press the back button, and this controls frame will become invisible, just like that. Okay, now that we have that done, we're going to go back into our main menu, and we're going to script the controls button so that you can actually get to the mainframe GUI for the back button and the controls and everything else. So inside of your controls button, we're going to insert a script. Sorry about that. We're going to insert a script into it, and we're going to write Hold on, let me just close this out. There we go. We're going to write script.parent.mouse button one click connect function. We're going to enter down, and we're going to write script.parent.parent.controls.GUI, and then .mainFrame.visible equals true, and script.parent.parent.parent.main.menu.frame.visible equals false. What this will do, when the controls button is pressed, this frame with the play button and everything else will disappear, and this frame right here will appear for the back button. And let's just go test this right now. So if we press play, we can see how this game would look if someone were actually playing it. So if we press play, it doesn't work. Let's just see. Oh wait, sorry, I pressed the play button by accident. We need to press controls, and then right here you can do back, controls back, and it works. Again, guys, if you have any questions about any of this, just say it in the comments and I'll really try and get back to you. Anyways, next up, we're going to script the play button. Basically, same procedure, except it's going to be a different frame for it. So we're going to insert a screen GUI into starter GUI, and we're going to make this, name this play GUI. And inside of play GUI, we're going to insert a frame. And we're just going to make this frame, again, however big we want, customize it however we want. For purposes of the tutorial, I'm going to keep this short and simple and just put a big text button in the middle of the screen. Again, nothing fancy. I'm just going to make the background color light pink, and I'm going to make the text label, I'm going to make the text play. And I'm just going to leave it at this. Now we're going to add, we're going to name the frame main frame again, and we're going to name the text button play, because this will be important later on. And inside of play GUI, main frame, we're going to insert another button, and this will be our back button again, because we don't want to get players stuck on one frame. And I'm just going to name this back. There we go. And inside of, first of all, we're going to name this back button. And now inside of back button, we're going to insert a script, and we're going to write script.parent.mouse button one click connect function. And then we're just going to enter down really quickly, and we are going to write script.parent.parent.visible equals false. What this will do, it will make sure that the main frame right here for play GUI, so at the play GUI, we'll make sure that the play GUI is not visible, and then we're going to enter down once more, and we're going to write script.parent.parent.parent dot main menu, left something out there, .parent dot main menu, which is the name of this GUI, where the main menu frame is located with the play controls and everything else. And then we're going to do .main menu frame .visible equals true. This way, when the play screen is not visible, the main menu frame will be visible, so that you can get to the play screen once more and all this other stuff. So right now I'm just going to take this moment to close out some of these scripts, and now this should work. I might have left something out, but let's just test it and see if this works. So if we press play, hold on, I left something out, I think. Did we? Hold on, controls works. Let's just check back on our script really quickly. I think I probably left something out. First of all, just make sure your main frame for the play GUI is invisible. And alright, I just paused my recording system and checked to see what was the problem. Pretty simple. Go back into your back button script right here, and just change this from script.parent.parent. Wait, never mind, that wasn't the problem. Alright, let me just keep looking really quickly. Script.parent. Not parent, that main menu frame if this is true. Open back up your script for, oh wait, sorry, oh that was stupid. There was never a problem, we just never wrote the script for play. So if you play this right now, and you press the play button, it obviously won't work because there's no script. We didn't script it. I hope I didn't get you guys to like pause the video and search for any problems, you know, there or anything like that. Sorry if I did. But anyway, we're gonna go back. Just ignore everything that just happened. Inside of main menu frame, inside of play, just insert a script. And inside of it, you're gonna write script.parent.mouse button one click connect function. And you're going to enter down. We're going to do script.parent.parent.visible equals false. This will make sure that the main menu frame is not visible anymore. And we're just going to enter down again, and we're going to do script.parent.parent.play.GUI.mainFrame.visible equals true. This part of the script will make sure that the play GUI is visible. And now we can just go ahead and test this, and it should work. So play back, and it works. Again, sorry about, you know, messing up and not remembering that I didn't even write a script for that part. But anyways, there we go, and it does work. Controls works. It should all work pretty flawlessly. Camera there and everything. And I think that is it for this tutorial. This is obviously only part 1 of how to make a horror game, and this is just the start menu. So don't worry, this is not the entire series or anything, guys. You know, there's going to be a lot more. The last thing you're going to want to do, you're going to do File, Open from Roblox, and this game is mainly going to be built to be a single-player horror. And you're just going to go, find it, Open Place page, and you're going to do Configure this place. And you're going to do access, and you're going to go in maximum player count and set it to 1. And then I'm just going to deselect these because I'm building it for a computer, but you don't have to do that. You can keep these selected if you're building it for different devices. And then I just keep it at that. I think that's it for this tutorial. Just the start menu. Part 2 is going to come out very soon for this series. So stay tuned, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, don't forget to donate. See ya.